Hey guys, welcome to Cosmic Lighthouse. My name is Justine. We're gonna do an energy check-in. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have been channeling all day. I have a couple videos that I'm gonna post later, but we had to do a energy check-in, divas. Check in on the energy because it's heavy and it's dense. And I also want to put a disclaimer out that like the downloads and messages that I've been getting from the ancestors are loud. They're loud and I have to speak on them, and some of them may not be positive, but they're messages that need to be said, and it's my job on this timeline to be a messenger, especially when we're in this frequency of collective shadow and karma happening. We have Saturn in Aries, Mercury's in retrograde, we just had the full moon eclipse, like, heavy energy is in the air. The storms that are coming, like there's a reflection from Earth being shown to us how violent the timeline is, how our quantum field truly is impacting our daily activities, what we eat, what we consume, media, food-wise. I'm not centered right now, that's freaking me out. Okay, what we consume, media and food-wise, who we spend our time with, all of these have a elemental and environmental factor on our planet. First two cards out is the Queen of Swords with the Five of Swords in the reverse. Gross, mental, dense energy. The Queen of Swords in the reverse is a very manipulative timeline. It's very intentional. Things and magic have been so intentional. And we know this. We know that there are beings out there harvesting souls for energy. This intentional harvest is for control. That's the whole niche of it all, is that it's intentional fear. And we have to figure out a way to counteract that. But how can you do that? And how can you make yourself be in a space of, okay, so I'm doing everything in my power to think differently, eat differently, act differently, while simultaneously people that have more power in the timeline are actively feeding chess pieces to the game that are causing disharmony, harm, and manipulation. A frequency manipulation is happening, and it's been happening for a lot longer than we realize. So what happens when all of a sudden, and I've said this before, what happens with the contract ends? These fuckers know that the earth plane is the only thing that they have a grasp on. The only thing that they have left is this playing field that they've created of harm and fear and control. So when they die, because that's something that we can't escape, all of us, it's a part of life. It's a part of the cycle. So when they die, and they don't realize the depths of them selling their souls, worshiping the darker entities that are feeding, they're gonna have to be fed by the earth ones that are like playing in that magic. Magic has always been in America. 333. Magic has always been in America. The Americans. My favorite thing recently has been observing a lot of men speaking up and waking up. A lot of divine masculines are actively getting their shit together. They are speaking out, doing things that truly need to be said and done. And they're in this space of calling other men out, being voices and leaders we truly need men to be. There's such a difference between timelines right now. We have the ego karmic motherfuckers that are so hidden and blanketed by this false idea of power, and they think that they know everything, and they're not even recognizing or registering that they themselves are also pawns in the scheme of the game. There's so many people. Five of Swords in the reverse with this, though, I like this energy because, like, Five of Swords in the upright is gross, harsh, thick energy. This is like the people snapping back. The people, humans, are the ones that are going to have to snap back. Come on, y'all, we've seen it before. those that are meant to step up and lead will do so in the way that they are being called to do so. And I think a lot of us have to be in the state of, you know, if there's something that is outside of us, and we all are fighting for that, and these people took advantage of that and made profit over it through religion, don't you think that higher power, that energy, that consciousness at its root, at its core, would also start fighting back? So if demons are actively on the playing field, which we've been known, then spiritual light motherfuckers are about to pop off. And what does that look like? Hey, that's my job, y'all. It's my job. Pay attention to the attacks on your consciousness, your senses, things that are intentionally here to keep you trapped in a lower vibrational state of consciousness. Stop eating McDonald's. It's not food. It's missing children. Ace of Swords with the wheel, bitch. There is... I'm so ready for Taurus season. I'm ready for Taurus season. I know it's just around the corner and we just got to Pisces season, but Taurus season feels like it's going to solidify so much of the foundational crumbling that is happening right now during Pisces and then Aries season. Aries season is when the new timeline begins, guys. That's the new year. So we're in this space of dismantling. We just got through heavy karmic and Aquarius energy. And I meant to say Capricorn, but karmic works as well. These two energies of logical mental thinking. When Capricorn and Aries energy comes together, Aries energy, I'm all over the place. When Capricorn and Aquarius season are over, the lesson is to understand how the physical and the spiritual and the mental all combine. Because that's what the essence of Pisces is the spiritual and the physical. You are that fish energy. We are in Pisces season. Everything that is coming out is very spiritual. Like people's intuition, the dreams are off the chart. I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping. I wake up and I'm like, hello, what does spirit have for me now? And the cats and I are like, okay, sure. They're sleeping now. Like pestering me for food at 3 a.m. And I'm like, I know I need to be up vibrationally. And every time I get up vibrationally, I'm hopping on my damn fucking phone. Horrible. And I'm looking to seeing what's happening on the other side of the world because, you know, that's daylight on the other side. There are bombs going off over there, dude. And it's like my soul can feel this pain of all of this killing that is happening. And it's only going to keep happening. I need to understand a couple things before we get going because I can't help that this is just like what's so heavy on my mind and on my heart. I need you guys to understand that the change and evolution that is happening is uncomfortable. You have to dismantle the old and build the new. And when you have the Ace of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune here, this is an intense shift of karmic retribution. People are taking control of their minds again. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like my girl Jess and I, we were curling up hair. Follow her on TikTok, follow her on Instagram. She and I were talking about how it feels like a new timeline has happened. And I woke up the other day and I was like, it feels like 2020. I was like, there is something about this vibration that feels like that. And now that we know, because of the files, that it was a hoax, dude. I did not want to get that damn shot, okay? And I'm not no anti-vaxxer, but why the fuck you pumping medicine in between, like, in us? I remember I got those 2 shots, and those days I ate edibles that were so strong, it sat by a body of water, and I was like, get it out. like, I literally get it out of my body, okay? Oh, trauma, fear, manipulation, control, that's their role in the game. We have the King of Wands in the reverse with the Princess of Swords. That's their role in the game. These two energies, masculine and feminine energy that are in the reverse, magic, intentional magic energy, black magic. All of this is intentional. But the Princess of Swords is like a kind of whoop ass, though. It's people are being shown accountability to their face. This false sense of power is going to dismantle. But it's like they're not going to go out with a fight without a fight. I mean, of course not. They're run by fucking demons. The Emperor. Coming out sideways, we're shifting into this new timeline. Saturn in Aries. Saturn in Aries. This whole wave of karma and awareness, especially around masculine energies, being so shown. It's being so shown. We have the Hermit card, followed by the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse with the Queen of Cups. It's interesting because everywhere there's magic, there's deities. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, this is fear surrounding money. I mean, fuck. If we have like the Queen or King of Cups come out in the reverse, that's the whole set. They have hands in the pockets of magic. Everywhere. It's known. With the Hermit and the Three of Cups in the upright. With the full moon that we just had. I think it's today. Or was it yesterday? 3-3 or 2-3. I don't remember. My videos are timeless. With the Three of Cups and worshiping like a deity of growth and abundance here. The divine feminine truly is stepping up and stepping out. And that is the beauty of this shift. I know so many people that are creating during this, and we need that. We need this creative transmutation of energy to counteract that. Cook, live, breathe, exist, speak truth, point out propaganda, and be aware of your surroundings. Okay. The High Priestess in the reverse. You like how it landed on this area? Intentional dark magic. It's like freaks me out how big it is. But also we have to understand that like you can't have light without dark. There's a collective shadow that's happening. And humans are waking up. And more people need to kind of elevate in their frequency. And I think that's what's happening. Everybody on their own timeline is flowing exactly the way that they need to. With the Five of Wands, the Five of Wands coming out sideways and it's falling on the ground. More is money, is for power, it is for manipulation and control and fear. People are going to die for that. More and more sacrifices are going to happen. Without people's intention, unless people stand up for themselves and fight. The Ace of Cups in the reverse and the Sun card in the reverse. Bitch, gross. With the Prince of Cups in the upright, the Queen of Cups in the upright with Justice. She came out in the upright. But it's an attack on fear. So when the Ace of Cups and the Sun card come out, this is like really, you can look at this as yin and yang in the reverse. You have the masculine energy and the feminine energy. Both of these being in balance confirms how imbalanced Earth and the physical and the spiritual element of it all truly do not align anymore. They don't align. There is so much misalignment happening that the Earth is fighting back, the universe is fighting back, our souls are fighting back. If we are a part of the whole, baby, and pieces of that are taking control and manipulation of coding, and we are in this Atlantis timeline again. We had to figure out how to reverse this and bring balance back to the force. With the Queen of Cups and the Prince of Cups, I really like this energy. More and more feminine energy is going to step up and start showing out. And the beauty of that is that women and feminine energy, trans energy, this is a very much transgender individuals. Like, these people, one, need to be protected. They are valid and they are humans. If you disagree with that, don't follow me. Okay. Trans individuals are so connected to spirit. They are a part of the whole. I mean, they are the two spirit. Come on. These beings, these They're just people. Isn't that crazy? They're just people trying to love themselves and figure themselves out, and old ass white dudes with a thumb up their ass are trying to tell people what they can and cannot do. I feel so much fear that ancestors of mine have felt before. Ancestors of mine that have fought in the military before. My native ancestors, and just like, you know, the whole idea of just like colonization. My German ancestors, you know, those that dealt firsthand with wickedness and death and such a high vibration of that fear and control and manipulation and it who the fuck is walking around here? Hold on a second. Didn't like that. Sorry guys, let me come back to this. It's fucking Monica. I was like, who the fuck is looking in my windows right now? I'm not doing that. Let me reground myself. Hold on. That just like took me so out of reality, and I think that's like the whole premise of this reading and that download, that there are things that can pull us out like that and can send us into a situation where we really are choosing fear. And oh my god, there's a cat right here. Hi. Sorry, I had no idea you were in the window. Aww, little lady. Anyway, I'm so fucking distracted. What the fuck are we talking about? Hi, welcome to Cosmiclighthouse. I've been channeling the last 15 minutes. I don't remember what I was saying. Got it. Okay, so we're in this timeline where history is repeating itself, and like I could feel my ancestors just like in this space of what they have experienced with war and genocide and just killing of humans and control, and what that looks like, and what if we do need to face that energy head on in order for a spiritual awakening to happen at such a mass consciousness level, and what does that look like? So if we're in this space where we have the Queen of Cups with the Prince of Cups, and a feminine is allowed to be in her most authentic self, in her most authentic space, and then the masculine energy also supports that and protects that. What a beautiful, beautiful thing. Karma is here with the full card. Don't be playing around. Don't be playing around. I'm so tired of that. I'm so tired of people like numbing to themselves with drinking and drugs, and then it taking a toll on them and not expecting consequences for their actions. They're like slowly killing themselves, and then when it happens, like, what do you expect? An individual I went to college with just passed, and the most recent deaths in my reality both have been individuals that have been put on life support, and then they were taken, like very gruesome deaths. And I just like, I'm in this space of kind of just like reminiscing on the memories of just like going to college with this person, and he's not the first person that I went to that died that I know from college, and it's just wild. I mean, that's not that long ago. But it's also a decade ago, which is a long time. So much growth has happened, and just like, it really makes you think and sets you in a place of just like, shadow work followed by union. Girl, there is shit happening in the timeline. Okay, hold on. Death really makes you reevaluate priorities and love, and I hate that we have to go through this whole wave of people losing people to recognize how precious this earth is, and maybe that is what needs to happen. And I kept thinking about the ripple effect in his wave. And just like the waves that happen when people pass. I mean, his kid, like, he literally has a young kid. Toddler, you know? A lot of my friends have very young kids, and just like, it makes me think of my cousin Dave who passed. And just like, you know, we don't need, oh my God, hold on a second. Getting emotional on the timeline. Waves of death just impact us in ways that force us to be so grounded and present, and just, you know, it changes everything. And I feel that I hope it makes us softer, and maybe the people that are connected to us that are passing are meant to force us to register how precious our time here on earth is, but also make us more motivated to free souls again. How long has earth been a prison? How long has this place been taken over by humans, because humans do what humans do best? Is they're controlled and manipulated. Even the ones that are doing the controlling are being controlled. Do y'all get that? What a weird reading. We're here though. I'm at 20 minutes. I've only done one deck. Crazy. Union came out again. Reconciliation, new love, stable relationship. There is higher frequencies coming in. Higher frequencies. And I love that we've been talking about Saturn this whole time, and this heart has rings on it. There is a need for people to understand that, like, individuals in your life need to be on your frequency, on your vibration. Otherwise, like, it will cause so much disruption to your nervous system. It will. Gifts in the reverse, followed by trust, surrendering control. Why are gifts in the reverse? New beginnings in the reverse. The two timelines. New energy or not. That's literally it. What's your frequency? Where are you going? You have to trust. You have to surrender. Legacy, stepping into your purpose. Like, baby, with the higher self, what is your timeline? Or going through a dark night of the soul. And either way, both of these energies are for conscious evolution. And I think we need to just, like, sit here and be so present. And again, be so aware of the things that are happening outside of us, but also making sure that we are taking care of ourselves. Like, I am refusing to relapse. Trump's first presidency, I was such a drug addict. Oh, girl, we were popping pills all the time. That's what we were doing. I mean, it was 2016 to 2019. Oh my God, it was insane. All we were doing was drinking and doing drugs. And it was to numb ourselves. Like, I can't even, like, separate those years in the timeline. They're just there, clumped up into one. It's like a whole month. Like that, those 3 years are literally just like a plum of time in my brain that is not separated, and I refuse to do pills again. Like, I'm not doing it. And I'm surrounding myself with people that are choosing to be sober, especially in this time. And I've been listening to a lot of people write a lot of poetry about being sober during this time and, like, what that journey is doing for them. And it's just really validating to know that, like, oh, a lot of us are actively trying to get our shit together so that way we can move forward instead of being, you know, a mindless drone. A pawn, if you will. You have warrior in the reverse. Standing in your truth, bitch. Missing opportunities and ignoring intuition. That, like, do you want to be in a timeline of, like, working with your higher version of yourself and source and just, like, being so present in your timeline that, like, you are comfortable with the way that you're moving? Or are you gonna be in this vibration that's, like, refusing to evolve? That's what it literally plays out to. Yeah, low vibration, gossip, judgment, pettiness, drama. It's a thick vibration in the quantum field right now because it's all that we've been known. Yeah, present, be here now. It's all we've been known. So when it comes to counteracting this, I think that the best way to do that is to connect with yourself, connect with your ancestors, recognize and register how, you know, spiritual this place of existence really, really is. With root chakra showing up in the reverse. Oh, it's crown chakra showing up in the reverse. Dude, that's that Queen of Swords in the reverse energy. Intentional harm, manipulation, spazzing energy. Ooh, it's quick. It's pinball energy. Yeah, it's weird because the other day I woke up and I was just like, I feel like there's like a layer of chaos magic has dissipated. Rejoicing and recognition and reward in the reverse, and they're looking like this. Black magic. Rituals. To lower vibrational energies. For what? Power and control and manipulation. Stand your ground in the reverse with a wand. Come on, dude. Look at how heavy that is. You are way more powerful than you think, baby. You are. Your thoughts are magnetic. Look what came out again. Crown chakra in the reverse, and you are way more powerful than you think with power. 7-8. Again, heavy masculine energy. Leo energy. A lot of people believe that the Sphinx, when it was created, was when the sky was pointing towards the constellation of Leo. So we're in this Atlantean energy again. We're in this heavy Egyptian power control energy. What does that look like? My face is vibrating. And I have not done balloons, Diva. Universe. What does it look like when Christ consciousness comes to the surface? Movement, choices, decisions. Everything has to be intentional. Everything has to be moved through you so you get through the other side of the medicine. You get through the shadow work. You get through the universe by going through yourself. 21 breaks down into a 3, 1, 2, 3 energy. Definitely pay attention to the numbers right now. Material harvest in the reverse. Everything's about to get more expensive. We already knew a recession was coming, but also it's like they're poisoning the water, they're poisoning the food. I need y'all to start growing your own food and stop being dependent on the Matrix. Dude, they are praying for humans to be dead. These individuals are praying for power and control in this timeline, on this plane of existence, because when they die, they will not be advancing to another level of consciousness. They're stuck wherever the fuck they are. Oh, God. Patience and planning in the reverse? Dude, like, it's intentional, harmful magic. Story stays the same. Here's that root chakra in the reverse. I could feel it. Base chakra, root chakra in the reverse. Followed by partnerships and alliances coming out sideways. And we have deception and envy in the reverse. I like that it's in the reverse because it's like we're being made aware by spirit, everything, all of the control, all of the manipulation, how hazardous this timeline has truly gotten and what that looks like and how to act in reality. This is my first time using this deck. how to act in a reality where it's just like we're coexisting with spirit. We're working with the timeline of understanding that, like, with the crown chakra and the wisdom harvest in the reverse, this is intentional magic targeted towards our mental space, specific frequencies that are disaligning human beings for control, manipulation, and power. But when we take our power back, what happens is that the frequencies, it's dismantling. It's uncomfortable. We're in a really extremely uncomfortable, things are collapsing for a reason. When I was thrifting, I found this like really old Bible, and I opened it with my friend that I was thrifting with, and it was literally talking about the Israelites, and I was just whatever like section of the Bible that I was reading out loud, I was just like, oh wow, this is, of course this would be where I would, like, you know, turn to. Just go watch VeggieTales and learn, guys. With universe and the perspective and alliances, it's like some of us have completely abandoned source, and I think that's what's happened, is that it's like a child going on a temper tantrum, stepping away and then coming back and being like, no, we actually need this. We need this spiritual, physical connection in order for us to survive and to elevate our consciousness and exist in a timeline that is, you know, of spirit and what that looks like. And when we recognize and see that the foundation is built on deception and envy, of course it's not gonna be fruitful. But you want to know what is the new beginning with that spiritual union again? 1 and 2, there's this like new energy in the timeline that is so intentional. Dude, there is heavy spiritual masculine energy that is like hugging the earth right now, and we have to answer her call. We have to listen to Gaia's scream. She's literally screaming for help. All of us are, and we're in this energy of movement, choices, and decisions coming out again. With the top of the deck, the waiting game in the reverse, bitch. Okay, hold on. Too many downloads. This heavy energy of needing to recognize that we coexist with source in spirit, and that this is a spiritual plane that has been taken over by deities and humans, and that's not how the game is supposed to go. They're cheating. They have hacked codes intentionally to keep us at a specific state of vibration, and that's changing. It's changing. Let new energy come in. Let new energy come in. Let yourself meet individuals on this planet that are meant to be in your reality, because like when we are stronger together, we grow and evolve at a quantum level, and that's what needs to happen. With the waiting game in the reverse, I'm telling you, whatever contract that they have, it's over. It's ending. They're freaking out. That sucks for them. With the heart chakra, baby, be here, be now. With the heart chakra, and then obstacles and challenges in the reverse, whatever magic that is meant to keep us off track, it didn't work. Oh, they're pissed about that shit. And that's on horny, you know? I love when dark magic doesn't work. Losers. Yeah, accelerated motion, bitch. Star beings. How are we doing on time? 33 again? Cool, let's keep going. The Two of Swords, it's the same shit. The confusion is intentional. Every day it's like you wake up and there's new energy being attacked, and just like you have to figure out what your priorities are. Like today, I went to the Dollar Tree, and normally when I go to the Dollar Tree, I get a little snack and I get a little makeup. And bitch, I did those two things, okay? And I got like a boom chick pop. I got like a kettle corn and not candy. I'm not feeding those damn sugar parasites anymore. I'm not doing it. not doing that shit. I'm doing everything I possibly can to feed myself, feed my body, feed my mind with really good energy, surround myself with really good people right now, just doing the best that we can to build. While destruction is simultaneously happening at the same fucking time. Okay. Damn, why did I... Okay, is this it? Okay. Ace of Curses? Is that Cups? Yeah, Ace of Cups coming back out again with a Ten of Swords in the reverse. I like it. I like it because it will always confirm that our souls, our hearts will always lead. And if we allow ourselves to lead with that and lead with bravery and speak about the things, I mean, like, fuck. You know how many women got killed for speaking out? You know how many people before us came and have died because of these dudes being threatened? Collecting energy. This whole time, they are just collecting souls and kids. And I don't understand how people are not, like registering and recognizing that. These people that are so pro-life. And we kept saying, if you're so pro-life, take care of the foster care system. What about the missing kids? They didn't care. The rituals of taking children and harvesting them for energy is so intentional because they are the closest to the spiritual realm. Their energy is fresh. Ugh. What else? Thank you. The Knight of Cups in the reverse. Whatever is controlling is being controlled. Weak-minded soul spirits. Egotistical maniacs. Doing magic. Eight of Swords in the reverse. Girl, it's not working. That's still there. This is not gonna, like, we have to keep making it aware. But whatever magic they're throwing, it's like counteracting and they're crashing out. Ugh. Four of Cups in the reverse. They're crashing out with the Knight of Wands in the upright with the Hangman and Pisces season with the Fool card again. Dude. What happens when people wake up and they see reality for what it is? It's uncomfortable. It's Truman Show type shit, you know? And the thing is that they had to tell us, you know, that's the whole gimmick of magic, especially dark magic. You have to tell them what's happening. And they were telling us the whole time. It's just people didn't care enough. And they called other people crazy. But here we are. With the Page of Cups, I like it. People are having direct communication with spirit, learning from their higher selves, being able to speak. And that's the whole thing. Remember when the beginning and the foundations of Christianity were, you know, happening across America, and this whole spread of colonization was just being hit across the board. And the only people that could read the Bible at the time were the priests. And then people started reading and interpreting the Bible, and they got mad. And then Martin Luther said, hey, bang, 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 bitch. Like, that's what this energy is giving. This connection outside of the church is so important for you to build connection with source outside of walls that are built off of fear, control, and manipulation. When my girl Janae died, she and I had a couple of conversations about, you know, we both understood what it was like being part of families that are in the church and what that looks like. And I have a lot of like cousins that are pastors. I had grandparents that were missionaries. Like Christianity across the board and teaching that to people. You know, I was adopted into that. And I would have these conversations with Janae. Because, you know, she got it. Her family were also pastors, are also pastors. And at her funeral, at the end of the service, they did this thing where everybody close your eyes, and if you need Jesus in your life, raise your hand. And her uncle was the one that was teaching, like, doing the whole service, like, the closing of the service. And this man and I made eye contact the whole entire time. I did not close my eyes. I did not raise my hand. I looked at him. And he was looking back at me, and he was fully expecting my bitch ass with the pink hair to raise my hand so that way he could save me. we get out, done with the funeral, we're smoking cigs, all crying about, you know, our girl not being on earth anymore. And Taylor goes, did you guys feel her uncle looking at me? He could feel the Holy Spirit. I said, bitch, he was looking at me. He was looking at my tall pink ass. Like, no, I'm not threatened by Christians who are loud. Because, bitch, I was a Christian who was loud. I was a very angry Christian woman who thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was very young, easily manipulative, and in this space of control and fear, and I just preached that onto other people. And so when I see other people doing that, I'm like, I see your game. I did it. I know what you're throwing down. I see you. And you're doing this because you have fear. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. You have fear, manipulation, control. This is shitty energy, literally. You know, you have to... everything comes to an end, right? It's a part of the whole. And we have to be so far attached from outcomes and really be in this space of just surrendering to the now and really trusting in source and what that looks like. The Chariot card, balancing out the timelines. All right, guys, I have 2 more rounds of decks. Let's close this reading out. It's been a journey. Psychic attack, protect your energy. Exactly. It's been saying it the whole time. It's crazy how every single deck I use, it's the first card. We're doing mental psychic attacks. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. The crown chakra in the reverse. That. Alright, final messages for the collective. You know, and here's the thing. When you start developing a relationship with black chakras, okay, clean that shit up. That was finding its way out. I'm gonna put it back, and if it comes out, it'll come out. Figuring out how to have a relationship with the universe and spirit, what that looks like, that's a build that you have to have independently. And that's really what Jesus was out here teaching people, was to develop a relationship with source, with God, the creator, through inner knowing, through inner conversation, connecting with nature, being out and existing here presently in the now, and what that looks like. New love is coming. New energy is coming. I definitely feel that. Pay attention to your dreams, guys. 3. And you know what's crazy? This morning in the shower, I was like praying and crying to my ancestors, specifically my grandparents, the male grandparents. And I was just, you know, talking to the multiple sets that there are. And I'm driving back from the Dollar Tree, and there's good old Roy's name in all caps on this white ass van in front of me in this driveway. And I was like, oh, hello. And that's Pastor Grandpa. That's missionary Grandpa coming through. And I was like, oh, hello. Hey. How are you doing? Oh, bitch, look at this. Silent your mind, connect with your soul, ground your energy. So when you contact your ancestors and communicate with your spirit team, they answer. All right, first card out, we have block chakras. I'll quit playing with the messages. Quit playing with the messages. All right, what else? Thank you. We have start that project, fertile energy. Feminine energy is across the board. That Princess of Cups energy, being in this beautiful, sexy, creative energy. Like, get into it. You can spend your time more wisely. We have harnessed your full potential in the reverse. Connect with your inner child, play in the reverse. Like, you have to understand that when you doubt yourself, you're in this timeline, in this space of numbing yourself, being avoidant from reality. That is like intentional to keep evolution stagnant. But oh no, it's like a collective tower moment. It has been happening for a really long fucking time. And what's happening now is awareness of self and what that looks like. Some of you guys really need to connect with your inner child. Honor it. Them, they, she, he. Raise your vibration in the reverse. This is an uncomfortable period of time because this playing field is so damn dense and harsh that people are not even grasping it. So I want you to be aware of individuals that are sleepwalking, individuals that are here to protect the matrix because it makes them comfortable versus the individuals that are waking up. And then how do we allow ourselves to continuously wake up? What does that look like? You are aligned with source energy. Yes. Top of the deck. We have external energies that are impacting you. Salt bath. This is not rejection. It's redirection. Something better. Something bigger is happening outside of us. And I'm just a messenger, dude. Yeah, work in silence, thief watching. Final messages. And you know, the really sad thing is that sometimes people that we think that are in our circle really are our biggest haters. They're our biggest haters. And they're now showing me that clip of Cardi B. I wish them well in hell. That type of shit. All right, final messages. Morning memory, a healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. Every single morning, wake up. That's so interesting. I do this thing where I pick up Ricky and I'm like, we're thankful for Ra, we're thankful for the sun. And she gets so annoyed because I'm like singing with her in the early hours of the morning. But like, I'm so serious. Like, count your blessings when you wake up and when you go to bed, dude. Like, do everything you possibly can to be grateful and present in your life and also give thanks to what we have because it could be, again, take it away at any damn moment. Forgive and forget, a ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and waken, see a new sunrise, more energy. I really like the sun energy is coming out. It's like so much light is being revealed. How do we clean a timeline of karma? That's the question, isn't it? Three of Cups energy came out twice. A toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. Three of Cups and happiness. 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. Again, sun energy. It's hard being an optimist, isn't it? My biggest, like, the worst quality about myself is that I'm a pessimist. I am a nihilist. Like, bitch, it's very hard for me to see the good in things. And I strive to do so every day. And I have, I'm a person. I'm still learning, growing, and evolving. And I think if more of us kind of have that mindset of forgiving ourselves for past versions of ourselves and evolving and moving forward, it will inspire other people to heal and do the same. I also want to say the Industrial Revolution ruined everything. Last but not least, we have freedom flows. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine, sacred reason. I saw a video on Instagram and this woman was like, so what happens if we are in this quantum field, which we are, and thought form energies are truly what creates this reality, which they are. How do we exist in a reality that shifts that, and what does that look like? Because physical change also has to happen. It's not just like a pray it and then it will just appear. That's not the law of cause and effect. You have to put action towards it and then allow source energy to come through and do the rest of it. Patience, everything soon will come to the light, and then you will see that things will be all right. Pass this card on. This is our little hope, you know? I can't be here now, dude. I love you. This is all I got for you. Bye, guys.